What's good, guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. We got a brand new first impression on a brand new model, the Nike Witness 3. So let's talk about it. So these guys made their debut yesterday, which means nothing if you're not watching this today. So yesterday was August 28th, and around the internets, most notably on WearTesters.com, we published an article about the Nike Witness 3. It was basically our first overall look at the shoe, which I think looks good so far, especially from an aesthetic point of view. You guys know that I love my low tops, and if I can get a LeBron that actually performs well and is not too clunky and unstable for me in low top form, I'm totally down for it. The Nike LeBron 15 lows are still one of my favorite shoes this year from a performance perspective. And they look great too. I mean, you can't deny that those are some pretty sneakers. But the Nike Witness line is typically a takedown model or like a team shoe. Now, something to note is that the Witness line is usually an overseas model. So they usually put that out in like that China market, which kind of sucks for US consumers because this shoe is budget friendly and typically durable, most notably for outdoor basketball. That's something that US customers just kind of like don't get around here, you know what I mean? Like we rarely get basketball shoes specifically made for outdoor. But as far as what we can see with the shoe, obviously they are low top, although they do ride high in the heel as well as in the front collar area. So with that, you should be getting optimal lockdown with plenty of range of motion, which is a favorite thing of mine. I love being locked into a shoe, but I don't like feeling restricted. This should take care of both of those things. The materials look interesting. Initially, WearTesters.com wrote that they were similar to a battle knit, but upon further inspection, it actually looks like it's just kind of a synthetic material that is embossed or debossed with kind of that battle knit flavor. It still very well could be a textile. It could be like a micro mesh, but we just don't know until we get like really high res super images of these things. Now, something that's really awesome is the traction. Again, these are usually for the China market, so the overseas outdoor basketball market. So they typically don't play around with the traction itself. We got herringbone. It's everywhere. I think that this looks great. And as I'm literally talking about this shoe, we just got full resolution pictures from the good folks over at NikeLeBron.net. So big shout out to you. I'm literally talking about this and my phone started buzzing. And I got to say, man, these sneakers are beautiful, man. These are dope. Now, something that I'm noticing right at this moment is that the midfoot shank area says Air. Now, initially the cutout of the outsole made it look like it was full length unlock zoom, very similar to what we saw on the Air Jordan 31. It looks nearly identical. However, now that we can see that shank area and it does not state zoom, instead it says Air, we're most likely getting one of these instead of one of these. Do I think that that's a bad thing? Hell no. I think that full-length Air is very comfortable when coupled with a really nice full midsole. The Air Jordan 10, the Air Jordan 11 especially, at least the original versions, were super comfortable. Something that I'm very curious about though is how this full-length Air setup, if it's like unlocked or whatever, which again, it just kind of looks like, how that's actually gonna feel, because we've only felt that with Zoom Air. We've never seen or felt that with a full-length actual Air setup. So I'm hoping that it feels amazing because it looks awesome. I like this kind of like piston-like effect that they have used on Zoom Air units before, and I'm super curious to know how a full-length Air setup is gonna feel. Again, the downside is that these shoes are typically China market only, so we're gonna have to like buy these from a third-party seller. So if possible, we will get a pair. I don't know if I'll personally get a pair, but one of our testers should. But again, that Air unit just got me real intrigued, man. I'm just like, maybe I should grab a pair for myself. Can I get a Witness? Now, the release date and the price point are unknown at the moment. Again, these are Chinese market shoes, so they're pretty much affordable takedown models for the LeBron line. I don't know exactly how affordable they're gonna be, especially because like, you know, the retail price is gonna be different than the reseller price for those of us that live in the States. But if you do live overseas, it should be a more reasonable price than something like the LeBron 15 and the upcoming LeBron 16. Now, what I like to do is head over to WearTesters.com, see what some of our readers are thinking, because everybody's kind of got an opinion on these guys right now. So we're gonna go over there and check out the comments. ST says, wow, this shoe looks amazing. Too bad it probably won't come stateside. I love the shape of the silhouette mixed with the battle knit. I completely agree. However, like I said, I don't think that this is battle knit, especially upon getting these high res images. It's definitely not battle knit. It's some kind of textile or synthetic with the emboss or deboss. I don't know which one it is. I always forget. And it really doesn't matter. For all of you internet, like I like to correct people. But I do agree the shoe looks amazing, both aesthetically as well as from a performance perspective. And like you, I hope that they do release stateside, but they probably won't. Kwame says, full-length herringbone and zoom. Again, we thought it was zoom, high-res images show. It's actually Air. This carries over traits from the last Witness, like outdoor durable rubber, wide footer fit, and an affordable price, and this could be an auto cop for me. Again, if this is a Chinese market shoe, it will be durable as far as like that rubber outsole. That's just what they do. They do not mess around. Almost every single released over in China or that region, they always have an XDR outsole, something that we just don't get here in the States. I think it sucks, but you know, it is what it is. It might be wide foot friendly as well. I've had Nike designers tell me specifically that when they do create a shoe that is for the Chinese market, they actually use a different last to build the sneakers. So they do use a slightly wider last for the forefoot because of the fact that over there they have just simply different feet shapes than we do typically here in the US. So that's just kind of like some tidbits for anybody that is interested. If you are interested in shoes that are wide foot friendly, check an overseas reseller, see if they have a model that you're interested in, and they should be wide foot friendly simply based off of the fact that they are built on a different last than they are here in the US. And they're durable, which is a huge plus. KLS says, the shoe looks cool and the tech seems really good for the price. Containment though looks to be KD11 like, which for b-ball purposes is awful. That's something that I don't think that containment is a visual thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that you can ever look at a shoe, unless it's see-through or something, and be like, yo, the containment on those is gonna be ass. I just don't think that's possible. I think that there are times when you can look at a shoe and say containment looks like it might be very restrictive. Like if you're looking at something like a foam posit, obviously that's a shell of a shoe. It's made out of a really hard foam. It's not made out of leather or anything like that. So I think that in that sense, you can like kind of depict or like foreshadow, whatever you want to call it. But I don't think that we can actually foresee based off of images alone whether or not containment is going to be bad. But that's just my thing. But I do agree with you. The look is cool. The tech seems awesome. So I'm very excited for the sneaker. I really hope that it releases here in the States, or that it's not marked up too much from an overseas reseller. LC says, knit upper, herringbone, likely XDR, and full length zoom. Again, we got all of those things wrong, especially after seeing these images. Definitely not the case. This budget model has better sounding specs than a new Kobe. Bruh. The new Kobe's, I'm not going to talk about their tech specs right now because this is just not the video for that, but the tech specs on the new Kobe AD, the Exodus, and yeah, I don't care how I pronounce it, guys. I just don't, okay? I'm sorry that you have a problem with it, but I don't give a fuck. But the tech specs on those things is just not $140 worth, but right off the bat, just gonna say that. So yeah, you could pretty much take any shoe and put it up against the new Kobe AD and be like, yo, the tech specs in the Kobe's, kind of trash. So that pretty much takes care of it for my first impressions, a detailed first look, as well as some readers' thoughts on the upcoming Nike LeBron Witness 3. Sound off below, let us know what you guys think about them. What do you think the retail price is gonna be? Do you enjoy the tech specs that they're probably gonna use on the shoe? And do you hope that it's gonna release over here in the States? And if it doesn't, are you gonna try to find them anyways? Sound off below, let us know. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your support, and until next time, guys, have a good one.